Okay, boys, so it's day 20 of the winter arc, and we'll get straight into it. I'm broke. Okay? The current financial situation, um, my truck broke down like a week ago or something. It cost me like over 1.4K to fix it. And just so you guys know, it's still making fucking noise. So it's gonna have to take it back in to get it checked, but we have no fucking money, right? So there's that. Then there's like, me living by myself, all of this shit, and just like the only source of income we have is the 9 to 5. Well, in my case, it's like 2 to 9, because it's 9 p.m., right? And that's my only like source of income. And it's minimum wage type shit. And just yesterday, um, I asked how to, you know, because for some reason, like, it's been like I might be just complaining or shit, but like we're not getting the fucking raise. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, we asked for it yesterday, and the boss is like, no, you guys still making mistakes. You guys still gotta learn. You guys won't get it yet. That type of shit. And it just got me thinking. Like, I was in the mentality after, like, fuck, man, my financial situation sucks, right? I got so much fucking problems going on. Maybe I should just quit and go, find another job. You know what I mean? So I find a higher paying job because I could. It's a possibility. But I go back to this topic of like the principle of what it means to be a man is work. Okay? Work. Okay? So my lesson, like, this is kind of like advice to self, especially in my own financial situation, is that you gotta be putting in the fucking work. Okay? All alternatives still require work. Like, if I were to go to another job, it would still require work in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'll have different problems to deal with. Maybe I'll have higher pay, but probably I'll feel like shit doing it, right? Um, it all requires work. And to make any progress towards anything, it requires work. And as a man, you must be putting in the work. What it means to be a man, this is literally, like, I put this here, what it means to be a man is to work. Okay? Like, so yesterday, like, again, when I asked for the raises, basically we were at a team bonding for my work, right? And we went to the beach and shit. And we spent the whole like afternoon there. And no work was done. I guess the only progression I had was actually asking, "Yo, when are we gonna get the raise?" type shit, and that was the only like progression. Like, now we know, we're not getting that fucking shit. Or at least she's not gonna. The boss ain't gonna give it to us anytime soon, right? So that's like the only progression. But what I'm going with this story, that story is like, you, I cannot be letting I cannot let myself um do things that do not progress me further, right? So I kind of do like, like team bondings that don't progress me anywhere further in life. So you basically work. I gotta progress somewhere, shape or form. In some way, shape or form, there has to be some kind of progression towards my purpose. Okay? So as a man, you gotta do the work every single freaking day. Okay? Every single freaking day. So this is kind of note to self, reminder to self, like, every day that I slack or I don't progress forward is a day that I lose out, right? I just remind myself of the problems that I have. Like, remind yourself of the problems that is still in front of you, because if you don't like actually tackle it head on, by definition, you're just distracting yourself. You're looking away from the problems in your life. Do not do that. Okay? Do not do that. So work. It's everything. Work is everything. Okay, and I kind of like put it into two different categories. Like, what does it mean? So not just what does it mean, but like, we don't just want to work on like mindless type shit, right? We want to work on the essential task, things that give us the biggest return on investment. And so, I guess for me, I talked about this in previous videos, but like, if I wanted to grow this YouTube channel, biggest return on investment is these YouTube videos. I gotta keep making it every single day. And then how to make it better, well, volume and quality. I don't really think I can make it more volume. You know, maybe if I make shorts, but I don't want to do that. The volumes of daily uploads, okay, but the quality can be improved by the way that I talk, you know, my storytelling, all of that shit, that all can be improved. So that's just a little example. But in my situation, like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm gonna let you in my story. What do I think the essential task is to making more money, like, instantaneously? Some kind of work. So I'm thinking, actually, like, what can I do to get that fucking raise? What can I do to actually get them to actually, what one is to, okay, this is my thought process. So it might be like not practical for you guys, but like, making a lot of mistakes. What mistakes are we making? If we can identify what mistakes we are making and try to solve those mistakes, then we can probably progress further. Another thing is just, if we gotta show that you are irreplaceable by doing things, taking the initiative to do things that takes skill. So one of the thoughts that I had, like ideas that I had, is the marketing aspect, because my work on marketing is fucking ass cheeks. And so if I start making the videos and start doing all of that, because I'm already good on camera, like, the money will start pouring through for their business. And you know, you're making money for other people. I don't give a shit, you know? Again, we're trying to learn how to put in the fucking work. And anyway, I'll be developing my own skills. Okay, so that's just a few things. And then sacrifices. So you gotta, what to work on, the essential task. What to not work on is the sacrifices. You gotta make sacrifices in any endeavor that you want. So like, again, with my story, I could find another job, like, you know, because this is minimum as wage. We can find, like, I had a job interview like last week, and they wanted me to come in for another interview, but like, didn't like it. Didn't like it. It was $11 an hour, and they had like, but what they do is like newspaper advertising. Like, fuck, who reads a fucking newspaper? And also radio advertising. Who listens to the fucking radio nowadays? I don't listen to the radio nowadays. So it's basically like, you're going to market a dying product, which is not my forte. So I'm kind of picky with stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's like sacrifices. You're gonna have to make sacrifices, okay? That's just one kind. Season of no, meaning that you say no to things. So I think what I'm gonna get into is like actually saying no to like those team bonding events, things that don't progress me further. I'm gonna have to say no to like hitting workouts later out on in the day, especially with like, because I have some friends that want to work out with me, and then, you know, because I help them and shit like that. But it's, if I'm being honest, it's low ROI for me, because it just messes up my time frame, because I have to go to the gym 2 hours later, and therefore it messes up my time frame. So another thing I gotta do is like stick to a routine. So I'm gonna make a routine for myself and try to fucking stick to it. But like other things, like season of no, like no to the alcohol, no to the sugar, no to the you know, those are like the basics. But like, again, like I went to the team bonding, so I drank some soju. I personally do not like alcohol at all. But like I ate some ice cream today, and so, you know, season saying no. So I only like, yeah, you gotta say no to those things so that we can optimize for the things that we actually will get us further. Okay, so I didn't want to make this such a long video. Okay, so that's it. That's the moral of the story. It's like, you gotta put in the fucking work. This is kind of like a note to self, is work. No matter what path you go down, you still got to put in the work. Okay, doesn't matter. So it's like, you got it 10 times the amount of work you do. And I know there's a little thing about like, don't hustle you know, hustle culture is bad and shit like that. But like, no, fuck you. 10 times your work effort. And then just, I don't like, this is my mentality again with the gyms, like, you don't overtrain, you under recover. Okay, so I'm gonna take it with the same principle of with like outside the gym. You don't overwork yourself, you just under recover, meaning that you burn yourself out with tasks that aren't needed, right? You don't actually get enough sleep. You don't actually, getting enough sleep is work, bro. Eating the right food is work. Okay? If you start eating the bad shit, you'll start getting burnt out because you'll feel tired and shit like that. You start doing all of that shit. You don't overwork yourself. You never. That's not possible as a man. You do not ever overwork yourself. You just under recover. So learn how to recover well, whether that be like actually meditating or, you know, sleeping well, all of that shit, right? And you can 10 times your work output. Okay? So that's my little mindset about it. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. This is day 20. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces.